6 Montreal players, all dressed in blue, left in Messi's wake. 6 professional footballers, reduced in a single fleeting moment on an MLS pitch to reluctant spectators. Front row witnesses to a living masterpiece. They weren't helpless, they were simply subject to an unshakable truth in modern football. When Messi decides to dance, the world holds its breath. At 38 years old, an age when many legends have already settled into commentary roles or coaching careers, Messi is still gliding across the green turf, creating magic with a calm that defies logic. That goal against Montreal wasn't just another number on the score sheet, it was a declaration. A thunderous message to those who doubted him after the bitter Club World Cup defeat. The throne has not gone cold. The GOAT is still here, still magical, still worth the price of admission, even if just for a single moment. Let's rewind a week earlier, Atlanta. In front of 65,000 fans, Inter Miami were crushed 4-0 by a powerhouse PSG side. It was a comprehensive defeat, a brutal reminder of the chasm between a developing league and the pinnacle of European football. Amid the PSG storm, Messi looked subdued, a shadow of his prime. He ran, he worked, he tried, but age and a supporting cast not yet ready for the spotlight left him isolated. After the match, Javier Mascherano offered a line that said it all: PSG win everything. But people still pay to watch Messi at 38. And that's the truth of his legacy. People don't just show up to watch Inter Miami win. They come to see Messi play football. One touch, one pass, one free kick. That's enough. The loss to PSG raised questions about his future, his motivation, his limits. Was this the end of the road for the little genius? Had the light finally dimmed? Then came Montreal, and with it, an answer, one that spoke louder than any press conference ever could. The match began with a mistake. Just 2 minutes in, Messi made an uncharacteristically sloppy pass, gift-wrapping a goal for the opposition. A very human moment from a football god. He put both hands on his head, the frustration and self-blame clear on his face. But in that moment, something shifted. It was as if the anger woke the monster within. From then on, we witnessed a different Messi. The man with 8 Ballon d'Ors wasn't just a silent conductor anymore. He was a warrior, fire burning in his eyes. He assisted Allende for the equalizer. He celebrated wildly as Segovia made it 2-1. And then he took over. 62nd minute. He receives the ball just past the halfway line. Space opens up in front of him. A gentle drop of the shoulder leaves the first midfielder behind. A quick touch splits 2 defenders closing in. The third slips, desperately lunging in vain. The fourth is deceived by a subtle change of direction. The goalkeeper charges out, only to watch the ball float delicately past him into the far corner. A last defender races back, but it's too late. The net ripples. From a personal mistake to a solo masterpiece that decided the match, this was the story of Messi's career in miniature. He stumbles, he rises, he answers with greatness. 867 goals, 385 assists, 1,110 matches. These aren't just cold numbers, they're the enduring record of 2 decades of brilliance. But this goal, this one was different. It wasn't like the electrifying solo runs from his Barcelona days. It wasn't the teenage whirlwind that tore Getafe apart in 2007 with speed and sheer audacity. No, this was something else entirely. This was the poetry of wisdom. Messi at 38 no longer sprints past defenders with youthful fury. He outthinks them. He doesn't run faster. He makes them move where he wants. Every touch, every pause, every subtle shift of the hips, all of it is calculated. To manipulate balance, to control direction, to move defenders like pieces on a chessboard. And Messi, he's the grandmaster, seeing 5-6 moves ahead before anyone else even blinks. Take a moment to rewind that goal. What you see isn't just a solo run, it's a split-second symphony of information processing. Messi's brain scans the defense like radar. He identifies gaps, predicts movement, anticipates reactions, and then the deadly dance begins. He doesn't sprint blindly forward. Instead, he dictates rhythm like a maestro. A sudden pause, a feint, a soft drag of the ball, and then an explosive burst. In just a few steps, he shatters the defender's balance and instincts. They're left reacting to what he's already done, always a beat too late, while Messi is already thinking 2 steps ahead. God's gift to him? That low center of gravity, allowing him to twist and turn with ruthless precision, the ball glued to his feet as if tethered by an invisible thread. No flashy tricks, no unnecessary flair, just pure, devastating efficiency. The perfect weight, the perfect timing, a touch with the outside or inside of his boot. Simple, elegant, unstoppable. This is the evolution of genius. This is Messi's answer to time. When the legs lose their youthful speed, he unlocks the infinite power of the mind, proving that, in football, the most dangerous weapon isn't always in the feet, it's in the brain. But with that masterpiece against Montreal, one question reignited everywhere. What comes next? What's the future for Messi, whose contract with Inter Miami expires this December? Inter Miami's ownership is openly dreaming of keeping him, of making him the face of their new stadium, Miami Freedom Park, in 2026. Staying means peace, a quiet life for his family, less media pressure than Europe, and the perfect ambassadorial role for the 2026 World Cup. He's already brought the club their first title. He led them to the Club World Cup. He's a living saint in Miami. But the MLS season ends in December, leaving Messi with a long break before the World Cup. That kind of downtime could be dangerous for someone still chasing peak performance. Then there's the romantic option, a return to Barcelona, the idea that stirs hearts across the world. Barcelona, under Hansi Flick, is already a winning machine. The new Camp Nou is nearly finished. The last piece of wage debt owed to Messi has been paid, perhaps as a gesture to finally close old wounds. 4 years ago, he left in tears. Now he could return in triumph to write the final chapter in the city that made him a legend, to say goodbye, properly. And in doing so, prepare for the World Cup at the highest level, in La Liga and the Champions League. Or maybe he chooses to follow his heart and go home, back to Rosario, back to where it all began, to wear the shirt of Newell's Old Boys for the first time in nearly 25 years. The club his father and uncle took him to watch when Diego Maradona still ruled the world. Whatever Messi chooses, this solo goal against Montreal is a powerful reminder that while we're all busy talking about his future, we risk missing the beauty of his present. The present is Messi, at 38, still weaving through 5 or 6 defenders. The present is a genius who still finds joy in every touch of the ball. Football may be preparing for the next era, for the next icons. But Messi isn't done. Not yet. That goal didn't just win 3 points for Inter Miami. It kept the legend burning. It made us stop, watch, appreciate, to cherish what little time we have left, of a legacy still being written, of a dance that defies time itself.